I gotta like man, I've been all worked up. I think it's the
Me
end of the
too.
year.
I'm having a shitty end of the year,
Yeah,
so let's make this a good episode.
Good one. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of
Nerd Out.
Nerd Out. I'm Randy. This is Brian.
Nerd Out.
And this is our end of the year wrap up, and it's gonna be a long one. So grab that pizza. I recommend. I'm gonna say
Jets 8 corner,
Jets,
baby.
Yeah, Jets sounds like a good pizza.
I did that the other night. It was chaos. We went and picked it up.
Yeah.
You ever been to the Jets in Wyoming?
In Wyoming?
No,
No,
the one in
I go to
Wyoming?
the one in
It's at the
the
post
wood.
office.
Oh, really?
It's crazy. It was nuts.
I like the Super Supreme because, like, I don't know, I like everything but black olives on a pizza.
Yeah.
And those yellow peppers, because those yellow peppers fuck up a pizza. Anyway, so grab your pizza, grab your beer of choice. I'm a Coors Light kind of guy because I have the most unsophisticated beer taste.
That just tastes like shit either way, man.
I know. You would think I would be a beer snob, though, wouldn't you? Like, don't I just come off like I would be a beer snob? Because I'm kind of a snob.
You some come out as like a wine guy, you know?
Actually, I'm a
No, I'm
Scotch.
joking.
No, you're right. I could see I'm a Scotch guy. I like Scotch.
Mm.
Anyway, so 2018 is this is it. This is the grand finale, and we're gonna do our year wrap up. And I don't know that we necessarily do top 10, bottom 10. We're just gonna throw it all in. So sit back and relax. First thing I wanted to say is 2018 was the death of Toys R Us.
Yes.
I just want to bring it up, and now that the holidays are over, I don't know that it's sad that Toys R Us is gone, but I want to say that I don't think it really affected. I didn't feel the effects.
I think
of
Target's doing fine.
Target's doing fine.
Yeah.
There were a lot of. I did notice that like there wasn't like a whole lot of product. Like it was kind of like. But that could have been just that probably was a result of that. What I did notice was the Five Below clearance stores had some kick-ass clearance stuff. Like I found a lot of Star Wars vehicles for $5, a lot of Star Wars black characters for $5, a lot of good deals. And I talked to one of the people there, and they did say a lot of it was as a result of the Toys R Us closing. We'll see what happens in 2019 because obviously it takes time for the market to adjust, and we'll see what we.
And I mean, the toy market's tough anyways because it's just it's so.
What is it? Is it collectors? Is it kids? Is it video
a little,
games? Is it
I'd say a
YouTube?
little of everything, but the most important term is little.
Little, yeah.
I just don't think it's a big market.
No,
anymore.
it isn't. I think the thing is I think with YouTube videos and I mean we say this every year, but every year it becomes more and more a fact is that kids really do move away from action figures and move towards electronics, phones and things like that, and that's just the way of the future. So these toy companies have to adjust
and make shit for old men.
Yeah, they gotta make shit for 42-year-old dudes.
Yeah.
So let's get right into it, and let's start with real quick before we go into the top figures. I want to say that I got the Diaclone Battle Buffalo, and it deserves a review of its own. But it's just not gonna happen. We're both tired. It's the end of the year. We're gonna disappoint me. But I promise you, we will have conversation in this hour or so about the Battle Buffalo, which is the newest Diaclone vehicle. So let's start with. I have a top. I want to give my top 8 figures and then some honorable mentions. You want to roll like that, like we do?
Yeah,
like
that's fine.
All right, you want to go first?
I can go first.
All right.
No, you go first.
All right. I'm gonna go with my number 8 spot, sort of, and my number 8 spot is that SH Figuarts Last Jedi Luke Skywalker Jedi Master, and it was like a Takara Tomy Mall exclusive, and The Last Jedi isn't my favorite movie. But one thing that I think came out of it is I did like the Last Jedi Luke look, and I think that figure absolutely nailed it. And it's not the most exciting figure, but it was so well done, and it was the closest thing I'm going to get to like old man Luke Jedi Knight that he made the list. It was just such a quality figure.
Let's start at the bottom of my list, and this is...
When you say bottom, you mean like...
Yeah, because I have 11, but I have things that all fit together.
Okay,
It'll make sense.
Do whatever. It's anarchy, folks.
Yeah.
Anarchy!
The simple fact that this is on my list is nuts.
Yes.
But I'm going to go with Eagle Moss, Chips, the Galactica, the Sulaco, and Reliant.
All right, what's going on with you guys in this Eagle Moss stuff?
Here's the thing.
All right.
If you are a Star Trek fan,
yes,
up till a year or two ago,
right,
you're starved You are starved. You're beaten. They give you nothing. You had DST, right? And they give you
Diamond Select toys. I'm not a big fan of that, but okay.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But they would give you a ship every 5 or 6 years. No joke.
All right.
A new mold. And they're pretty expensive. They're priced $65, $75, and it's just torture.
Yeah,
Could you imagine getting a toy every couple years? And I'm not exaggerating. 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So Eagle Moss has showed up on the scene, and they have this new XL series. Like Eagle Moss.
They're a European company, right?
Yes, I think they're Great Britain.
Okay.
I believe. And they have like a bunch of different series. They have like a Hot Wheels size, and then they have like an XL size.
Oh, okay.
So, and they're just rolling shit out that people have wanted for years. And they're $60. They're like little models, but they're toys. You play with them.
Do you build them or no?
No, you just pull them out of a box. You fly them around.
So would you say they're similar to like in the States, like the cinema?
Yes, yeah.
What are they called? The
cinema. Yes.
NECA's vehicles. Okay, so it's just
they're
like
vehicle toy.
Okay.
But you get a Battlestar Galactica.
That's
right?
cool.
You get a.
Do they make a Viper?
They have it. Yes. I can't put that on this list because it came out last year.
Okay.
They did a USS Sulaco.
Yeah.
From Aliens.
Yeah.
I mean, a toy of the Sulaco, this long, beautiful. And they did a USS Reliant. And the Reliant is the actual one on the list because they don't really make a lot of Reliants, you know? And it's the ship that everybody wants that they never really make. Big and nice, and they did it, and it's awesome. They did it well. And I guess you could, if you fly ships around, that's your
Yeah,
figure.
you know, I'm a casual Star Trek fan. I love Discovery this year. But I don't necessarily find them like something on my list. But what I appreciate is that you, your brother, and our buddy George have all shown passion.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's been a year since I've seen any passion from you guys, like as a group.
Because Star Trek,
Star Trek.
It's because Eagle Moss has stepped it the fuck up.
Yeah,
they have stepped it up, and I mean they realized what people want and just started belting it out.
Do they go beyond like Star Trek and Battlestar? Like, is there a chance of like Tron light cycles?
You
like
know what? Anything's possible as of right now.
They do Star Wars though, right?
I don't think yet.
Oh.
But Disney has their own like brand that's like Eagle Moss that you get in the Disney store.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my 7th, and this one should be so much higher, and it's not, and that's the Transformers Masterpiece Dinobot.
Sorry, Eric.
It's good. It's a great toy. It's just that when I held it in my hand, it didn't contain the expected magic that I was hoping to get. It didn't fit. It didn't fit what my brain thought. I thought it was going to be smaller than it was.
Yeah.
And it was really expensive, which prices. It is relevant.
They're all really expensive.
They're just so expensive. But it was just like when I took it out of the box, it just didn't look how I expected it to look. And this is on me, but after research and all that stuff, like I recognized that it was accurate. Size was accurate, build was accurate, structure was accurate, the paint was beautiful. It did so much stuff. It honestly should be like in the top 3, but because it took me time to gain love for it, I just couldn't put it any higher. And I want to, because I love Dinobot, I love the character, I love that series, but it should be. It probably is a perfect. It's probably a 9 or a 10 as far as what it is. It just didn't. I didn't fall in love with it, so I can't put it that high.
Right on.
Yeah.
Siege Optimus Prime.
Ooh, and you don't even own that.
I don't even own it. That's the only one on my list that I don't own.
That's great.
But I think they sort of nailed that one. For everyday leader Optimus Prime, they nailed it, man. I mean, I really enjoy playing with yours. And I think it looks beautiful. I think it's a gorgeous toy. Something anybody can have. And I mean, it does nail it.
Yeah.
And his articulation is good. And it's useful, meaningful articulation.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like a stupid joint. Everything that moves on it, you get position out of. And you get a pose out of it.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. To be honest with you, it isn't on my final list, but it's only because
you have a shit ton of stuff.
I do.
I had a slow year. I actually
had a slow year.
I had a slow. It's because I hobby swapped.
Yeah,
I got into books a little bit, and
which you slowed down on that too. Like you were hardcore on this like '70s Marvel
Tomb of
comic.
Dracula, yeah.
Yeah, and then it just stopped. But you
the
kind
money
of
ran out a little
yeah,
bit.
you know, I mean that's what happens is like I think once this like November, October, the holiday time hits for just like you kind of gotta put those hobbies aside for a little bit and take care of other people, wrap stuff up. Number 6 for me is the Sentinel Mospiata Cyclones, both Scott and Rand. I think they are cool. I like the scale. I think they're well detailed. I had a couple issues with the stylized helmet, even though I know that it was based off of a drawing, but I had an issue with that. And it's just not a fun toy.
I agree with you. They're sweet. They're beautiful. They look awesome on your shelf, but they're not fun.
They're not fun.
They're not really posable either. They do one... Well, they're not posable in this mode. They do, like...
Yeah.
Basically, the standard sit there. But they do look good.
They do look good.
Sitting there. But yeah.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, so, like, I mean, they are where they're supposed to be. Like, they deserve the respect of the quality.
And they're uncompromised. It's well made. They did it right. It's just, I don't think you can really do this fun and make it look as sweet as it
I don't
looks.
think so either. I think the only way to do it is to make it non-transforming. And that might be sacrilege, but I think that's the way it has to be.
All right.
So now it's on you?
Yeah, I got a weird one.
All right.
Black Series Darth Vader helmet.
I was wondering if you were going to have that
Yeah,
on your
man.
list.
You know what? The simple fact that it splits into all three pieces and makes the noise when you pull it apart, just...
We had fun with that.
We had fun with it. I still have fun with it. And, like, when I show that to people, everybody thinks it's more than it is. They're like,
Right.
Dude, where'd you get one? Like, they all
Right.
think, and then, just go buy it.
Can you buy it now, or are they pretty much,
I mean,
dried up?
I'm sure
like,
you
if
could...
you want it, you can go on Amazon and find one.
Yeah, I think it's probably just retail, you know?
I'm glad that was on your list, because that is a toy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It's a ridiculous toy,
Yeah.
too. And that's sort of what I love. I love it when they do crazy, ridiculous stuff that, like... Wow.
Yeah, it's like the Thanos glove, like things like that.
Yeah.
Like that's fun stuff. And you know what's even more exciting is that it's made by Hasbro. It's not
Yeah.
made by like a specialty company.
Yep.
That's a good one. My number 5 in here is sort of like a tie. It's like you can interchange. I have to have a Mezco on my list because I do think that they're still making some of the best stuff. And it's between the Mezco Michael Myers and the Popeye. And the
Myers.
The Michael Myers was the one I had too because it's Michael Myers and it translates really well in that format. Like, I don't think everything translates well to cloth. I just don't.
No, I agree. I mean, it really helps when they're wearing cloth.
Yes.
Like when he has a cloth outfit. And
He's got a onesie, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
It works perfect.
So I want to get, I've got a daughter daddy dance coming up, and the theme of it is we both have to wear onesies. How can I track down a Michael Myers onesie?
Oh man, just go to Meijer or go.
Yeah?
You can go to
'cause it's
Meijer
probably
or
just
go to like a hardware store.
I think that's what I'm gonna rock. I think I'm gonna go
That's
with the
sweet.
Although I was kind of hoping for something tighter, something like disco, something spandexy, but I don't know.
Like Elvis style? That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I would like to. You know. I mean,
Go for it,
nice,
man.
You know, but Michael Myers would be the next choice.
All
The Popeye absolutely deserves recognition too because it is obscure and it is well done. It's so I had to put it there, but you're right. I'm gonna probably go with the Michael Myers as far as.
Alright.
Yeah. This is where it starts getting crazy.
Unrustable Bastard.
Nice. Was that this year?
That was this year.
Mm.
And yeah, that's it. You know what? Somebody just
Made it.
They just made it. It's not a real. I mean, I don't want to say it's not a real company, but it's a third party or an independent company, and dudes just planned it, kickstarted it, made it, and it showed up, and it's pretty great.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I'm glad that's on there. Where does that go from here? I guess that's what we find out, right?
Yeah, I mean a bunch of repaints and stuff like that. There's a red one. There's yeah.
Do you think it was successful enough to warrant a continuation of the line without making repaints? Or?
I think probably, but it'll probably take them a good year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much they made on them.
No, right.
How many they made.
And it's clear that they had quality, right?
Yeah, it was really well made. The tolerances were pretty good. It was a little loose.
Yeah.
But it never fell apart. And it was well made and it was smart. It wasn't overly complex or anything. It was really smart design.
I wish I would have
Like
bought
it.
one at TFCon. Not because, like, I don't remember finding one like super clearanced out, but I do want to play with one of those. That is one of those toys that like I feel like even though I played with yours, like I think it's one that I need to sit sit and like
Yeah, you got to beat on it for a
Yeah.
little bit because it has some nuances to it that you really got to mess with, and it's cool. It's cool.
My number 4, God, could easily be number 1. That's what's amazing
Yeah,
about
me
my
too.
top 4 is they could all be interchangeable. My number 4 is the Marvel Legends Tiger Stripe Wolverine. And I know, it's just a $20 figure. It's just another Wolverine. But the thing is this it's
The Wolverine.
It is
Wolverine,
my
yeah.
Wolverine, and it's done in the style of like my Wolverine. It sort of has like a Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee style, like well painted, good colors. The yellow's right, the blue's right. The face expression is perfect. It's so well articulated, and like as a Wolverine fan, it is $20. That is what I want out of Wolverine.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I mean, he made the top 4, and he could easily have made number 1. You know.
Yeah. My number 4 is the Ryobots.
The Ryobots.
Yeah, these guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
okay.
Ryobots.
All right.
So,
Yeah, we talked about it.
We talked
Yeah.
about it. I guess I put it a little higher than you, but I have less on my list.
Yeah,
so,
you have a little less on your list,
Yeah.
and as we move on to other things, you will have certainly things to discuss. My number 3 again could have been number 1 is the Hot Toys Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight. Now you thought that was gonna be number 1, right?
I wasn't sure, man.
Here's the
I
thing.
couldn't imagine you giving him 1. I mean, he's sweet. I don't know.
He's sweet. The thing is I think at the end of the day, it's just not the style of action figure that I prefer.
Yeah.
But it's perfect. Like it is
beautiful. It does everything it needs to do, but it's just not what you want it to be.
Yeah, it's not like
it's not made to be what you want it to be. It's a display piece that's posable, beautiful, cool, well done. But do you want to play with a 12-inch doll?
a 12-inch $250.
Yeah,
doll.
exactly. I mean,
No, I
scary.
get it. It's just
Scary.
yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. Like Luke Jedi Knight is my thing. If it would have been a 6-inch not cloth figure, whatever, it would have probably simply been. But it's as good as I expected it to be. I'm not sure. You saw that they announced the second version of it, right? The one that comes with the Luke battle poncho, and then from the deleted scenes. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about?
know.
Dude.
Oh.
$288. I can't order that. I can't justify that.
Yeah, and that's that's a rough one, man.
That is.
Does it come with all the stuff he does plus that, or
He comes with like the hair blown.
Okay.
He doesn't come with the brown cloak, but he comes with the goggles and the beige thing,
sandstorm.
which it's cool, but like honestly, it's not. It's
you never
not,
saw it on film. It's sort of like
It's not
it's
legit.
cool.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
but it's a supplementary piece, you know.
Yeah, and then the Luke battle poncho, which is awesome, but I don't see that that's how I'm going to display my $288 Luke Jedi. I have not pre-ordered it, and it's going to be a game time decision. We'll see. We'll see how many houses I sell in 2019. But this is a beautiful toy. It definitely could have easily been number 1, but the other 2 on my list are also easily number 1.
Same here. I'm going.
Yep.
The VF31A Kairos.
Which one was the Kairos?
The Kairos is the VF31, but the standard boring version.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has normal wings instead of swept forward wings. It's the most business looking out of the Delta planes, and it's just the cannon fodder. YF30 Kronos, beautiful jet, mediocre toy. VF31F, okay jet, amazing toy. VF31A, amazing toy, amazing jet. Notice how wings go back to more aggressive Kronos wings. Notice forward swept on the F equals not so hot. Very hot. But it's so different that it looks completely unique. It doesn't have a weird wild paint job.
Yeah.
It's gray.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's gray. It's got a different head, but even better, like the YF30 came out, and everybody thinks that's a cooler plant than the VF31. It's
Okay.
just, but they're close.
I like the 30 better too.
I like the 30. Yeah, and the 31A splits the difference because it's as good, but it's the 31 toy, but with almost the 30 wings.
Yeah.
So it's like it's sweet. I love it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Valkyries.
I'll be honest with you, I forgot that Delta even came out in 2018. I don't know why. Like,
I don't think it did come out in 2018. It's just that one came out in 2000.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
it's not it's technically not a repaint. It's got different wings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's physically way different. But close.
So now I gotta like, was that your number 2 or 3?
That was my 2. Hey.
Okay, so now I gotta think of what your 1 is. Hold on, I'm not gonna get there yet. All right, my number 2 is honestly, this might be circumstance, but I just got that Battle Buffalo from Diaclone, and that made number 2. I love it. I love it. It's everything here. Here's an opportunity for me to review my Diaclone Battle Buffalo. My biggest complaint of the Diaclone line is they weren't making substantial. They made like 2 substantial molds. Everything else was little. They're great. Like I like the Warooters. They were fun, but like I needed something substantial. This Battle Buffalo, it's slightly bigger than the Dionaut. It's about the same scale. It's got so much going on. It's got a lot of open cockpits. I love the paint job, the transformation. It's like they are nailing this Diaclone line. I like it so much that like I redid my whole Diaclone display.
Sweet.
It made me also, and I'm going to keep going just a few more seconds, it made me really want to put my focus on Diaclone again. Like, the Warooters...
So how much do you have more to get to put your focus?
I need to get, I think I need like 2 or 3 little Warooters, and then I need like, maybe let's say like around 6 different mechs, maybe 8.
Okay.
But the problem is those all run $40, and they're all just essentially repaints of what I already have. But, with that said... I think Diaclone is a big focus of my collecting. Like I know that, and we'll talk more about this in 2019. My collecting focuses is going to have to change. I mean, I say that now, but you know, it's probably not. But
well, it always does, depending on what's available.
That's true.
Sometimes you just can't collect something because they don't make anymore.
Right.
Which really sucks
That
when
does
you're
suck.
into it.
But I know I love this. If you are interested in the Diaclone, the Battle Buffalo may be my favorite of all the Diaclones.
It's the most robot-looking one out of all of them. It looks so uniform.
Yes.
Like it doesn't look like a modular toy that snaps together. It looks like it's real. It's its own robot.
I love how the head is the cockpit, and then he's got like 2 boobs that are like cockpits. I like seeing that stuff. I like seeing the places where the soldiers go in. Is a lot
scale.
Yeah. And again, like the other big Diaclones, it was something that I sat on the floor and I played with. I like it better than the I'm not sure. I think I like it better than the Dionaut, which was the first one. But the Dionaut always has like a special place in my heart because one, it does the Starcom feature, and also it was the first one. But I do like it better than the Mega one, the really big one. The really big one's really big, but I like the aesthetic of this, and I like the mech look of it. So can you believe? I mean that made it to number 2.
Oh, I figured it would.
Did you?
I figured it would make it in your list high, but I wasn't sure. That's number 2 though, right?
Yeah, number 2. And I also say like I don't know, maybe if I would have gotten a month ago, maybe it would have been old news, and maybe Luke Jedi Knight would have taken its place. But I don't think so. I love that. I love that Battle Buffalo. It's a lot of fun. So that's my number 2.
My number 2.
Let me guess. High Metal Ostrich?
No.
I know
what
it is.
What is it?
It's got to be the Combattler.
No.
Wow.
No.
The Combattler didn't even make your list.
No, it made my list. That's my number 1, actually.
Oh shit. Oh, you're only
I
at
don't
number
give
2.
a shit.
I'm sorry.
I'm only at, well, that's okay. I'll start with my number 1.
All right.
Number 1 for me is Combattler, and like if you guys,
it had to be.
Yeah, I mean it's one of the most asshole toys I've ever seen. It comes in a dresser with 5 drawers, and it's just a tank. It's full of metal. It does everything you could ever want a Combattler to do. It's over 12 inches tall. It dwarfs everything. It's super articulate, and
a lot of die cast.
ton of die cast.
See, I gotta say, I don't mean to interrupt your.
No, go
but
for
like,
it.
But like, when you got that Combattler, our band was breaking up almost. Like it was almost like it was around this time where our band. So like, I really didn't get a chance to really experience it. So like,
Yeah,
we
that's
never
true,
reviewed
man.
it.
We weren't doing. Yeah.
So I don't have that like connection to it like I want to have.
It's a. You know what you would compare it to is just like what is your biggest what's
Ideon.
I was gonna say just like Ideon. He's
it's
a
a
big
chunky
chunk
metal.
of metal that just sits there and looks badass.
Mm-hmm.
Has a ton of parts. I think the packaging sort of was a turnoff to me though. Like,
Really, it's too much, right?
the packaging is literally
Yeah.
like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
It's huge and it's cool and gimmicky,
Mhm.
but it's too much.
Yeah, I
Way
could see
too
that.
much.
I could see that. It is a bit much.
Yeah.
It's like drawers. It's like
Yeah,
truly like a
yeah.
dresser. So I ruined your
That's
one.
all right.
What was your number 2?
My number 2 was Fans Toys Quietus.
That makes sense.
Yep.
You loved that toy.
That I still love that toy.
Yeah.
I hit that thing up like at least a couple times a week.
Is that the only third-party toy on our list? Because I'm not going to consider the
think
Inglorious
so.
Bastards. Inglorious
Yeah,
Bastards.
because
The Unrustable
yeah,
Bastards.
Rustable Bastards.
Very different thing. Because that's not a third-party toy. That's an original design.
Yep. Yeah, that is for me, and I mean that toy is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the transformation is sweet. The jet mode is super sleek. The robot mode is even better. It does all the poses you need it to do.
The paint is great.
The paint is great. It has all the articulation you could ever want. Like, and then some.
Yeah.
Holds its poses. It's ratchety as hell. It's heavy as hell.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful toy. And if you by any means like Cyclonus, get him.
Yeah.
Like, get him.
Yeah. And the thing is at this point, even if and we'll touch on this further, like even if Takara Tomy comes out with an official Cyclonus, like style wise, I don't know. Could it be better? Would it be better?
You
I
know
don't
what the
know.
problem is? It would be tough because Takara doesn't use metal. And I mean, it's just, it would be, I mean,
It's true. They don't really.
they could make it, I mean, I'm sure they could make something probably physically or
Yeah.
like aesthetically a little better,
Mhm.
maybe. But they couldn't match that chunky, Goken feel
Right,
to it,
right,
which
right.
is just
It's
irreplaceable.
It is.
Yeah.
My number 1, it was one of the first toys I got this year, and it's still one of my favorites. Is the Machine Robo DX bike Robo Cycle.
Oh,
This-
you got that early.
Dude, this was
That
like at the
super
beginning
good.
of the year.
Yep.
I had to think about whether this was just number 1. Like it.
Sweet.
I don't know what to say. Like the plastic feels good, the die cast feels good, the scale is perfect. Like I love the size. Lots of metal. Transformation is fun. Cool magnets. I love the head designs. Particularly the Machine Robo style head because the GoBot head don't do anything for me. But for those who only connect with the character as a GoBot, like that's a nice little bonus. It was about $100. Like the whole package was perfect. It is what.
That was $100.
Yeah.
I thought, why did I think it was so much more than that?
I mean, it might have been. I think they've gone up, but no, it was. I think I got my. It is truly like. I would say it's as I would expect if Bandai would have come out with that, and that's pretty strong.
No,
words.
yeah, it is. I mean, that thing's beautiful.
I love it.
Wonderful.
I absolutely love it. And Psykill was not only one of my favorite characters. When I say characters, I meant like toys.
yeah,
'cause,
molds.
Molds.
Yeah.
It was my first GoBot. GoBots obviously have a special place in my heart. I just hope they continue the series of the same quality and to keep the Machine Robo aesthetic.
Are there?
because
They have one due out, don't they?
Word is that Leader 1 is next on the list, which is perfect.
Yeah.
As long as they keep the Machine Robo aesthetic, I'm going to be okay with it. But if they eliminate that head, the Machine Robo head, and just do like GoBot cartoon head, I would be really pissed. But I don't think they would do that because I think in order to do the license, they have to keep it Machine
They'll
Robo.
probably give you both, right?
Yeah,
They
that's
did on
fine.
him,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fine. Like I had fun with the other heads. It's just like that's the head I like. It has that like Bandai late 70s, early 80s robot look. I just love the look. Honestly, like I need to get a backup, and I mean that's how good the toy
Yeah,
is.
hey, I know how you feel, man.
Packages was cool too. So there you have it. That's like the basic. Like I have some honorable mentions. Can I go through those?
Be my guest.
All right, just some toys that like could have made the list, but just like I don't know. Was 2018 a good year for toys?
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think so. It was just sporadic. You had like 2 periods of good stuff coming out.
Yeah, no, I mean,
know,
I think
and
you're
then
right.
You had the beginning of the year, and sort of like
and then sort of the end of the
now,
year, right?
yeah, like a month now ago, you know.
I agree with you. I'm putting MPM 7 Masterpiece Bumblebee on my list.
I'll put that there too.
Yeah, it's not only a good toy, but I liked the movie, and that really upped it. And it was a complex transformation, but it wasn't like frustratingly complex. Even though I did watch some reviews of people who
were freaking out over it, saying it's the hardest thing ever.
And it was hard, but I did use their video in order to transform, and because I was able to do that, I had an easy time with it, and I like it. And I like the character design, so that was on there. If you have any, feel free to jump in. I'm just going to go through some. If you want to cut me off, cut me off. Marvel Legends. Oh, yeah. Marvel Legends Thing.
It's clobbering time!
I wouldn't say that Thing is my favorite character of all time, but I think Marvel Legends nailed it, and I think it should be noted. It's not going to be on my top 10 simply because it's not a top 10 character for me. You can interrupt me if you want.
I know, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't know.
The Star Wars Figuarts Darth Vader. Look, Darth Vader is surprisingly a hard character to capture.
Yeah.
I still like the Star Wars Black Darth Vader, but Figuarts, they've got some special to them.
Mobius Models 2001 Spaceship Discovery.
Okay, that's new then, huh?
It's new. It's this year, and it is the first time ever that they've injection molded that kit that you can buy at a store and put together, and it's pretty sweet.
Did you build it?
No, but it's out. It's a big deal. I mean, like
what
that
does
movie
it
came
retail
out
for?
like $120.
Wow.
But it's 3 feet long. It's huge.
Whoa.
And it's like you can literally just build it up and it'll look sweet. I mean, of course it looks better if you propane it. And all that. But I've seen it just built and it's incredible. It's huge and it's a first like legit model they've ever made of that shit.
I like Discovery.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I think it's a real neat thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Are you gonna build one? You think? Or are you gonna watch George make one?
I don't think George will do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
No, I mean the Discovery from 2001.
Oh,
yeah, Arthur C. Clarke. Yeah,
I don't even know what that looks like.
It's a ball with like a stick. I mean, it's very simple, but
sounds phallic. Ball with a stick.
We need an extra ball, but it's like a sphere with like just stuff off the back, but it's literally this.
Oh, you're talking about from 2001.
Yeah, the Discovery
oh,
1.
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's huge, and they've never ever.
Yeah. Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
$120 though.
It's huge.
That's awesome. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, in the model world, it's a pretty big deal. Yeah.
That's great. See, I'm not really that into the modeling world, so I do like hearing like.
Not really either, but I just like.
I like hearing about it.
I like to see what's coming out and all that.
It's certainly like a whole level of nerdness.
Yeah, what makes you feel cheated out of your childhood? Like I would have killed for one of those. Like. You know,
we had some pretty good models as kids, though, in the 80s, right? I mean...
We did, but we got screwed. Because they came out, like, all the stuff everybody ever... Like, they had a lot, but they never did, like auxiliary ships, bad guy ships. They never made Khan's ship. They never made a model of it until, like, 2000.
But I remember, like, they came out with, like... What is New Generation Enterprise D?
Yeah.
I mean, they made, like, light-up kits for that. I mean, I don't know. Again, like, it's all relative. Like...
We got screwed.
Okay.
Like, they made all the good stuff after the fact.
They did a lot of repops, right?
Oh, God,
in the 80s.
yes.
But they still do that, right?
Oh, God, yeah. They'll run a model for 25 years.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, if you do it right, then you can keep popping it.
Yep.
I want to mention the Diaclone Waruder, the bad guys. I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy it as much as I did, and I found that it was very... very fun to play with for such a small toy, and I like the design more than I thought. I think it fits in with the line. Just thought it was worth mentioning. The Star Wars Black Gamorrean Guard is also worth noting. Star Wars, I mean, it's a nice figure. Like
it is. It's just cannon fodder, though.
In what sense?
I don't know.
Because it's.
I never liked it. Like I like the figure. I just don't like the character. It's like
really
it's just a dude sitting there.
I like the Gamorrean Guards.
They have no.
They were like so. They were so different from anything we ever saw from Star Wars, though, right?
Guess. But all they do is sit there and get strangled. Like
I guess so. I look. I'm sure a lot of it is my connection to the fact that the first Return of the Jedi action figure I ever got as a kid, I remember going to Kmart.
It was
Gamorrean
Gamorrean
Guard.
Guard. Oh, okay.
So it was the
Yeah,
first time I
okay.
saw anything from Return of the Jedi because the toys came out before the movie did,
Yes.
and like
I
was just
remember
like, whoa,
that.
yes.
Looking at the back of everyone, looking to see like what clues.
Yeah,
you could
what
get,
exactly?
reading
Like,
yeah.
I remember they had like all the Ewoks blacked out, so you couldn't tell what that was. It was like the first look at the Luke Jedi Knight costume, like things like that.
My brother saw it before me and lied about saying it, so I
really
would find out.
How did that happen?
Because he went with somebody like we were our babysitters, and they took David, but not me, because they picked favorites back then.
Wow.
Yeah, it was some horse shit.
But where were you when, like, so?
I was at the babysitter's house. Like, we were both.
Okay.
Like, we had this babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
I go stay there, and her daughter, like, who was probably at the time high schoolish,
Okay.
took my brother and his friend to go see it. And I was
Man.
stuck, like, didn't even get included. Just stuck it. I don't remember who it
Yeah.
was, but yeah.
I'll never forget.
Screwed.
I'll never forget my neighbor. When growing up, he must have been like, let's say he was like 18 years old, and or he could have been even like a little bit younger. But I was like, it's in '83. I was, I was like 9 or whatever. And I remember I go. I mean, I knew that they were gonna. I knew that Darth Vader removed his helmet, and I remember coming to him and I'm going, "What does Darth Vader look like without his helmet? What does Darth Vader look like without his helmet?" He's like, "I don't know. He basically just looked like a bald guy with polka dots." And so like forever, I had that vision in my head of like this bald guy with polka dots on his head. So I don't know why. That's just a weird memory I had. The Star Wars. The Vintage Collection Rogue One Assault Tank vehicle.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was
Beautiful.
awesome. It went beyond my expectations.
Every now and then, they just release a vehicle that is so, like, outstanding.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's just...
And that vehicle design is so simple and does not look like it could have a lot of fun and value, but it was. It definitely exceeded my expectations. And the Transformers Siege Optimus Prime. He could have easily made my top 10. I think it was just that there was so many other stuff on there that either had more of a emotional connection or just or I found a couple flaws in the Siege that didn't make a top 10 material. But it's definitely worth noting. And then the NECA Pennywise It for both movies. I think those are noteworthy. NECA has had some good times and bad times. They had a lot of quality control issues over the last year or two. I think both these NECA Its were high quality, no breaking issues. They added a little bit more articulation. Plus, I think the movie character, both the new one and old one, are so iconic already that I think that they're worth noting.
Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. So, moving on from that, can we talk about 2018 great toy lines? Toy lines that came out this year that I think overall were great.
Siege was pretty good.
Siege is putting on there.
Siege is good.
Siege I put actually on my hold on. I got so many
They
lists.
upped the Black Series.
They absolutely
I
upped
think
the
they
Black
upped the Black Series a lot.
100%.
Remember?
And a lot of that has to do with the face scanning.
Yeah.
But they absolutely upped
They just look sharper.
Yeah.
Like, even from a distance, you can tell that they're doing something different because they look like the Marvel Legends.
Yes.
A little. They resemble, which
no,
another good
Marvel
one,
Legends is
that's
on.
always good.
Yeah, it really has consistently been good on there. But you're right. Like, honestly, if they gave Star Wars Black figures some elbow double articulation, they'd be on the level. And
yeah, they really would be, wouldn't they?
yeah, I think they're actually going to hurt the SH Figuarts market because I would say my desire to collect... I still think Figuarts, Star Wars-wise, is the best. But the Star Wars Black figures are good enough that I don't know that I need to have them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
but there's people that are not gonna give up the figure out. I mean, I just think there's people
No,
that
you're
won't
committed.
give them that credit.
Right.
They're like, nah, they still suck.
Right,
in
no, I
comparison.
agree,
And
I
I don't
agree.
think they suck in comparison. But
I agree.
There's some snobby people.
Absolutely.
And we could be called that for
We
other
are.
things, So
Sure,
I get
most
it.
definitely.
I get
but
it.
Like
They're competing.
yeah, they're
representing.
competing. Like I'm satisfied with my 4-LOM Star Wars Black figure? Like, do I need to spend $60 on a Figure Arts Dengar? No, I think the new one looks great. So I will give them credit. Figure Arts continues to be, speaking of Figure Arts, continues to be consistent. I actually really think the Transformers Studio series deserves credit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That Blackout was great.
They're
The
all
Grimlock, they're good line.
I mean, they're all pretty good. Like
I
a
agree.
little small, but that works in their favor because they really, for the most part, kept them in scale as best they could, and I like that.
I agree. Like, it allows you to make a big Blackout by making a small Jazz.
Yes, exactly.
Where do they go? Like, is it sort of like a temporary line? Because, like, with the movie Bumblebee, like, there's only so many characters they can make. So, I mean, but they're going to keep going, right? Because there's enough Transformers movie characters that they can just keep pumping them out,
They're
right?
going to run out of characters that people want. I mean, they're getting there.
I mean,
right?
they pretty much, like, as far as I go, there's
Yeah,
very
I'm
few
sorta done.
characters. I'm kind of done.
Do you want the second version of the Prime that Hasbro would do?
No.
It would be terrible.
No.
I mean, they're just not capable of doing that. So,
You all right,
Okay.
Ming? I do want the Transformers Bumblebee Optimus Prime. They're coming out.
yeah.
Man, that's gonna be
That
top of
looks
the list.
gorgeous.
That's
that
top
looks
of the
so
list.
good.
I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, it's like I don't want any of the Devastator characters. Maybe
No,
I would
no.
get them because, but like, I mean, what?
I hate that Devastator.
Yeah, that design is
They
just
wreck
the worst.
that. Like, no, absolutely.
It's the worst.
not.
It's the worst.
Yep.
But there's probably like a handful of characters that I would consider purchasing out of, you know.
I don't want the John Goodman.
What about the Jetfire? Oh yeah, the Hound.
The Hound. I don't like the Jetfire.
Me neither.
Like I don't like a decrepit old man robot with a cane.
Me neither.
Like that just doesn't work.
I would get a Sentinel Prime.
I get a Sentinel.
I would get
Oh.
that. That would be cool.
That's like the best movie in the franchise.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think I
Not
would
really,
get. I
but-
think I would get a Soundwave too, because the only Soundwave toy they came out with was the Human Alliance Mercedes one, and I think that it only got like an international release. So I would get it just to play with it.
Just the Bumblebee. Just move on to Bumblebee. Do the Bumblebee.
I agree, but once
Like
they
the
do,
first 5 minutes of the Bumblebee.
Yeah, oh,
do all
man.
that. Well, I guess they are. They're doing the Prime.
yeah, oh, man,
That Soundwave. That
sound-
Shockwave.
Yep.
The Jets. Shit. Who's
Blitzwing.
Blitzwing.
I
Thank
don't-
you.
I don't
I
know.
want a good Blitzwing.
I don't know how they can do it, but I'm on board, man.
I don't know if Hasbro could do it, but Takara could do it.
I saw that movie was good. Bumblebee was good.
I
I saw
enjoyed the hell out of
Aquaman.
it.
I saw Aquaman last night.
Yeah.
It was without giving a full review, it was absolutely gorgeous. It looked like it was $1 billion
Looked like
movie. 2 hours and 23 minutes of it was too long. I think if they would have done an hour 45 minutes.
See, okay, then does that mean you hated it? Because
No.
like I couldn't. If I see a movie that's an hour and 47 minutes, I feel cheated. I need a
Really?
minimum of 2 hours. Yeah.
I
if-
disagree. I think movies have gotten too long now.
I don't.
Really?
No, not if it's done right. I mean, if I find myself wishing the movie was an hour and 47 minutes,
Mhm.
I find myself not liking the movie.
I got an attention span of a monkey though. Like an hour and 47 minutes is where I'm at. Like
I gotta hit 2. I
Really?
like it. 2 hours. 2. That's my deal.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's like for me it's like an album. Like I think 38 minutes is the right length for a record too, like a
Yeah.
full album. I think once you start getting to like 45 minutes to an hour in a record, like that's too much. Maybe you got to trim it down.
I think on under 2 hours for me feels a little cheap. Just,
I understand.
You know what? Stretch it out. Feels just a little bit rushed.
I understand. I think Aquaman was good, but I think it overstayed its welcome,
Yeah.
and it was
Like I can really comment. I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. I'm not gonna really go too deep into it. It was really corny, but I like corny shit. I actually think that they should have taken one step further and gotten a guy like Sam J. Jones to play Aquaman and taken it that one step further. Because I mean, it's corny. Aquaman is corny.
Oh yeah.
But it looked beautiful. What else was I talking? Mezco 112 has been great this year. I think that the variety is really upped. Especially with like the Alex DeLarge from Clockwork Orange, thank you again. Like the Popeye, like they're starting
Weird shit.
They're
Yeah,
weird
doing
shit.
weird
I
shit.
want to see weird shit. You know what series I really like that I think was worth mentioning, but it's all but over, is that Pacific Rim Robot Spirits line by Bandai.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's my final memory of Toys R Us, because it was
Yeah.
like the last toy line they got,
Yep.
and it was a cool toy line. and it was so obscure. They just like got them. They were reasonably priced, and I went all in and bought them all, and then I did sell most of them.
Bye.
Yeah, because I mean, like ultimately, like I don't really have a need to keep them. You know, they're just like they were cool robots to play with, well articulated, and but that's what I think of when I think of the final days of Toys R Us. Another line that I really love this year, and I don't think it's going to continue, but I love those Toynami Robotech action figures.
You don't think they're going to continue those?
I don't.
Why?
I don't know what I don't understand.
They seem like they're
Toynami.
selling like hotcakes.
Where though?
Online. I mean,
Really?
they were really popular. They were all over Insta. I would imagine that those would be hot sellers. I mean,
I hope
like-
you're right. I mean, the only complaint I had was, honestly, I would have put Rick Hunter on my top 10 list, but I think the elbow joints was a big issue. But like, do you think that there's enough people who are going to support that?
I think so. If they just released another, how many did they release? 4?
5 figures.
5 figures? I think they could do another 5 easy.
It took them 3 years to come out with those 5 figures.
Yeah.
So the question is now that they spent the 3 years, does that mean that it's gonna be a faster paced thing? I don't know, man. I hope you're right.
If they can release those piece of shit mecha that fall apart in your hands for hundreds of dollars,
Yeah.
and then the crappy ones for $30, and then they create something that's good,
Yeah.
I would hope they'll make more of it.
I hope you're right.
That's the one product they had that people really respected.
Yeah.
Like, they were pretty. They looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, they looked good, and there's no competition for them because
Well, now there is, because Kids Concepts 6-inch
I wanna see
figures.
those,
Yes,
yeah.
that's another conversation we'll add on. But yeah, like the thing is I'm super excited about the Kids Concept stuff. But the thing is there in my world there's room for both, because I do like I'm a 3 3/4 inch junkie. Like that's my scale preferred, and also because like I don't know, there's something about Robotech, like because it's mechs, like I feel like it's okay to go a little smaller on them.
Yeah.
But we'll
not?
see. And then just a few others. Diaclone I'm really excited for, and this is one I'm going to throw on there too. It's not really my bag, but I really thought Mattel did a good job with the Jurassic World toys. It was fun. Dinosaurs, figures, good scale, good price.
take your word for it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it's not interest. And cut me off anytime you want. I gotta pee so bad. All right. Most improved. I think you already said it. The Star Wars Black Series.
Yeah.
Most improved.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dig them.
I mean, they actually made me sort of think twice about ordering SH Figuarts and also collecting them. Like, I definitely buy characters that I probably wouldn't buy because they've gotten better. Also, I think NEC has made some grand improvements, and a lot of it has
It seems
to do
like
with,
their durability has definitely gone up.
Yeah.
I haven't heard you crying about something breaking out of the box or
hey man, there was like a good year or two that I at least one out
you
of
were
every...
breaking shit
yeah.
every time you opened
Yeah.
it. Like, yeah.
I mean,
The
that's,
power loader was terrible.
that power loader,
You were
man.
heartbroken.
Dude, I returned that.
Yeah.
I was heartbroken by
Add
that.
209.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I did
Yeah,
break that.
to the big dogs.
Yeah, I mean, when you spend that kind of money, and then they put a little warning like oh,
Don't
this is,
break,
yeah,
asshole.
be
Yeah.
careful. This is for This isn't for kids. I get it, but when you're touching a action figure and his wrist just breaks, that was too much. Good job, NECA. You improved that. I think you're also making some interesting stuff. Maybe chill out on the Predator stuff a little bit. They just keep. But I mean, all they do is
They just throw parts on
Yeah.
a body and
yeah, and,
make it look different.
and I don't have to buy it if I don't want
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
it's like if other people are into it, then good. Keep it going. Worst. For me, the Power of the Prime series Transformers just did nothing for me.
Yeah, they weren't even that bad. They just didn't do anything. It's like, what the hell are they? Are they a Combiner War or Titan's Return? Like, pick
Yeah,
it.
they were somewhere in between.
Yeah,
and,
I didn't like them.
Yeah, I didn't have any interest.
I didn't
in them.
hate them. I didn't buy one. I guess.
I bought Triptychon.
Yeah.
I bought that Optimal Optimus, which I dislike. It had so many things that could have been better. I bought the Grimlock. Didn't like the Grimlock. I kind of liked your leader, Optimus
Oh, I
Prime.
forgot. Yeah,
you
he's
liked
a good
that.
figure. He from
Yeah.
a distance, the silhouette is very good.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it still had. They felt really cheap.
And they were really cheap.
They were.
Yeah.
They were.
I wanted the hot rod. I see them all the time.
Yeah, I saw them on clearance for $30.
I'm not paying 30 bucks.
22 is where I'm at.
Yeah.
But Power of the Primes was definitely like when I was so high on Titan's Returns.
Yeah.
Then Power of the Primes just like, boom, done. And then the DC Multiverse stuff just continues to just show no. I've no interest in it, and that could be my disinterest in DC Universe, which I really don't have a disinterest in the DC Universe.
It just doesn't look interesting to me. I mean, I've seen it.
The packaging is uninteresting.
Boring, very dull.
Yeah, the figures, the character choices are uninteresting. Like maybe I'm just not on top of the current trends of DC, but it's they just do nothing for me. They did a Mako Build-A-Figure. Did you see that?
No.
It was really cool. It was like the King Shark or something. He's like that big.
Oh, maybe I did see that.
Yeah, it was cool, but like I'm not buying 5 or 6 DC characters I don't give a shit about to get a shark guy. And then I'm gonna say this: Transformers Masterpiece. I'm sorry.
What did we get this year? We got a couple of your guys, the Beast Wars. Right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it?
pretty much. Like I got the Diaclone repaint, which looked cool, but it's just like they completely. I really just had no enthusiasm about them.
Yeah.
And then going into 2019, like
the Optimus Prime, which looks okay.
Yeah, it does.
But I don't really give a shit about it.
Right.
I know it looks good.
Yeah.
It'll be sweet, but it's like, wow, the third Masterpiece Prime.
Have you seen pictures of that compared to that new square?
Yeah, square, whatever.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
It looked pretty close. As far as quality goes, I mean, they look completely different.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know which one I like.
I don't either. Like, there's certain things about one that I like, and certain things about one that other. I know when it.
I know like the $200 less price tag of the other one.
The problem is like people. I mean, people keep telling me like, don't buy the Masterpiece Prime, just buy a knockoff. Don't support them, and I get it. But the thing is the reason why people are making knockoffs is because people aren't supporting them, and that probably leads to why these are so expensive. With that said, I don't know if you heard. Did you hear that? Like, I guess Takara Tomy or Hasbro won a big lawsuit in China to stop.
Sweet.
Yeah, to slow down on knockoffs.
Good.
I hope it works.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pay for your shit, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't mind third party. I don't consider
No, third
that
party's
knockoff.
awesome. I don't care about infringing on intellectual property of a 40-year-old franchise.
Right.
But yeah, buy the real shit.
Buy the real shit.
Pay the dudes.
Because you're not doing that, I gotta shell out $450 for a Masterpiece Prime. So that's where that's it. Okay, I know you're starting to get bored.
I'm not bored.
We'll
I'm
get
getting
through.
antsy. There's a difference.
You're okay. Let me take. I have to piss, but I don't want to take a piss break.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, my most anticipated toy lines for 2019. 19. Kids Concept robots.
Yeah, where the hell is that? And those don't look good.
You don't think so?
No, I don't.
Wait, are we talking about the action figures or the
The
Mac?
Valkyrie.
Why don't you think they look good?
They don't look like they do anything that Yamato, Bandai hasn't done. I don't think they one up it. It's just
What's left to do?
I don't know. Bandai seems to have done it. That 148 looks incredible.
The 148 does look incredible, but I've seen pictures of it next to the Yamato, and it definitely looks like an improvement. But I don't think that it's shaking new ground or
no.
you know.
I mean, it's got sideways like hip displays.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I mean,
what about the scale though of Kids Concept? Could that be enough to create a new interest? Plus, it's got the panel lines.
Maybe if the whole thing is nothing else is in that scale except models. Like 1/72 scale is like a real popular like scale model or Playmo scale. I think that's what they call. But as far as like toys, they stand alone.
They do.
They
do. Maybe that's what will make them stand out.
Yeah.
I'm really excited more for the because we've seen so many Valkyries.
I'm so curious. I mean, I'm curious, but I don't think it's like.
I don't know if there's gonna be lights. They're gonna have lights in them. I think that's a big deal.
Toynami pulled that shit.
Did they really?
Yeah, light up Valkyrie that had.
For what scale?
The big guys. The first one that came in the book, the VF.
Oh, really? I don't remember those having light up eyes.
They did.
Really? I'm more excited for the Kids Concept 6-inch action figures. Like, you know.
Curious?
Yeah. No, not only curious, but like the character action figures is really like where my heart is with Robotech. So I'm really excited about that. I'm actually really excited, anticipation with the Star Wars The Vintage Collection. I like that they're going back to 3 3/4 inch scale. I like that they're adding more articulation. Those Force Link weren't enough. And I like Star Wars, and I think Star Wars is the type of toy line that you need vehicles and action figures, and you need to build a universe.
Man, that sail barge is going to be pretty nice.
That is going to be intense.
Yeah, that's
going to be an intense piece in 2019.
Yeah.
Does it come out in 19 or 2020?
I thought 19.
I think so too. That's going to be intense.
Yeah.
Something else. Transformers Siege. I want to see where are they gonna keep going with that? Are they gonna do something fun, or are they gonna peter out?
I think we're going to get some repaints. I think we're going to get a lot of repaints.
I think so too.
Like, the molding is so good that I couldn't imagine them coming out with new molding this year. Maybe a couple. But I think we're going to
Well, we know we're gonna get
some paint jobs.
We know we're gonna get the Starscream, the Shockwave, the Soundwave, the Ultra Magnus, which I watched a review on the Ultra Magnus. But I mean, do you think we're gonna get a lot of repaints and then it's just gonna peter out?
That's usually what they do. Unless somehow they're like, you know what? We're going to treat these collectors and give them no repaints, and we're just going to...
Like, if they planned ahead, you're probably right. But I am really excited to see what they're going to do with that.
Yeah, they're great. I like them.
Yeah, the Macross DX Bandai. I mean...
What else can you say?
What else can you say?
That's a game. It's not a game changer, but that's definitely...
For Macross fans,
it's exciting. That's very, very exciting.
The these
they need to expand.
They
really need. Those are sweet.
Come out with 2 this year, similar, and I'll be ecstatic. Come out with 1. No, come out with 2. I'm really excited about that. Diaclone, I'm excited to see what else they come out with. I mean, it's expensive, but are they gonna create something like the Buffalo where it's totally changes its direction, something big, something fun? That's exciting to me. Something that you're probably not interested in, but I have really gained an interest in, is the Super 7 reaction figures. They've been doing some really fun toy licensings, like the Metropolis from the I don't remember what her name is, and they've been coming out with fun stuff, and I'm really excited for those.
Sweet.
Which is something that you have no interest in.
Not at all.
No.
Nope.
Mesco 112, where are they going to go with that? I mean, what kind of licenses are they going to grab for that? Are they going to excite us, or are they going to come out with another Wolverine in ninja outfit?
I want to do a tall man.
I would love to see a tall man with the.
Because they'd make them so thin and creepy.
Yeah,
it would be sweet. They could do so much. They have a ton of places to go with that.
If they go that direction, I mean, it's going to be exciting. Like, I think it's going to be an exciting thing. And the probably number 1 thing I'm excited for is the Zika Toy Sectars figures. Sectars, man. Sectars. I can't wait for those. Come on. Sectars.
Yeah, man. Sectars.
Half human.
Half bug.
Half bug. Home run. 3 3/4 inch, 4 inch scales. Highly articulated. Zika toys. You do Sectars right.
Are they going to be furry?
They haven't announced the puppet bugs yet. Which I get in arguments with Andy all the time, because he's like, I'm not buying into them because they don't come with bugs. And I'm like, okay, I mean, you know, we can get you little rubber bugs. You'll be fine. We need these action figures first. And they did say they're going to do bugs, so just chill out. They're going to do the bugs. But I'm excited for those. And I'm also excited, it's not Zika Toys, but it's another, like, Boss Fight Studio line. They're doing an Eagle Force line. And they
Really?
Yeah.
All right, that's
cool.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
It's like they're straight up
vehicles? Or just figures?
I don't remember if they're doing vehicles, but they're taking it in a whole military... Like, they're basically substituting the complete lack of G.I. Joe product, military action figure product, and they're building, like, this crazy Eagle Force universe. They've had some major delays and setbacks that's been frustrating, but they look really good. They look really fun. And I do like military fantasy action figures. Like, G.I. Joe is my thing. So I'm excited to see that. Big question marks. We're getting through this. Don't worry. The Funko Savage World. That's these. Like the Lion-O and the Thundercats. They're. Is that going to keep going, or is it sort of like just a fad and then they're going to die? Like,
who knows, man?
Yeah,
I mean,
who knows?
like, they're cute, but they're sort of irrelevant.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I really like the monster ones they were.
Yeah,
neat.
they'll probably be in. I don't know. They'll go out of style.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go out of
just,
style.
I think it's just like something.
Yeah.
To release, and they're cool like that. I almost hope they do. So it's a small little collection that's isolated and like just.
That's it.
It represents a part of time.
Right. No, I see what you're
them,
saying.
you know?
I see what you're saying. I honestly like the concept of it. I just don't think that the execution was exactly as I wanted. But here's a big one. So it's been announced that Mattel has relinquished, and I don't quite understand what that means, their DC Universe rights to Spin Master. Did you hear about that?
I did not.
So Mattel was doing the DC action figures and toys.
Means they no longer have the license.
No, I think, and I might be wrong, someone will correct me, I think they're subcontracting it to Spin Master. So basically, instead of them producing the action figures and the toys, they're holding the license, but they're giving Spin Master the ability.
Who owns the license, though?
Warner Brothers.
So that means they're like, nah, you're giving it to them, you're done, probably.
I think
I doubt it's willing.
I think it's like...
we're going to give up this... There you go.
I think it's like, and I could be wrong, my example's like, all right, so you rent an apartment in New York, and you sublet it to someone else. So I think what Warner Brothers has given Mattel the rights to do action figures, and they're subletting it to Spin Master because they're not willing to put the time and effort into doing a product. So that's interesting, right?
Out, yeah.
I mean, that's what it sounds like. And maybe I read it wrong. There's not a lot of information out there. That's what I'm guessing. But I'm interested in that. I want to say G.I. Joe because every year I have to say G.I. Joe. But I don't think anyone's doing anything with G.I. Joe. I think it's just not happening.
It'll come back.
High Metal, are they done?
No.
No?
High Metal, they're coming out with a VF4 on its way.
Oh, that's right.
Right. I think they're going to blow that out of the water.
Well, they did this cool, I forgot what his name is, this, like, guy I got. What is this? The space cop guy?
I don't know.
Okay, well, they did this in the Doogram. Are they going to continue doing weird one-offs like that, or were they not popular enough?
I don't know. I mean, they're coming out, like, there's a few of them that, they had a couple this year, I'm pretty sure.
That's true.
Yeah, they had a couple good ones this year.
That's sort of exciting, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. With the 1/48th and the kits concept, as far as Valkyrie goes, like I think it like the 1/100 scale Valkyrie, it's almost too small for me.
I agree. I mean, they're cool to dick around with.
Yeah. McFarlane Toys. They're a big question mark. They did a really good job with the Fortnite figures. They're adding articulation to the figures, and apparently they have the Dark Crystal and Labyrinth and Jim Henson license. That's important to me. Dark Crystal, man. If they do, I mean, that's important. So, I mean, that's really on my radar. Transformers Masterpiece, I mean...
Prime. Big deal.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
The Beast Wars stuff continue, like the Megatron, but you don't give a shit about that. But I mean, like, how far are they gonna take Masterpiece in 2019? Are they pretty much?
We would know about it now. What I mean, they're announcing the shit years out, like a good year out. Usually.
I guess so. But
Who knows?
I mean, is it just sort of they done what they needed to do? There's a few other things, but like. They've straight up gone to the cartoon aesthetic, and I have no interest in it. Like, I don't think I'm going to get Hound. Do you think I'm going to get Hound?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to.
I've sort of lost interest.
I know.
It's just like they don't put enough of them out, and the stuff they're putting out, I'm just not interested in.
Amen. Like, I'm with you.
Sorry.
Just a few more. Soul Chigokin. Yeah. What? Are we done with Soul Chigokin? You know that better than me.
They just came out with, they just came out with the Zambot Ace. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, but isn't that just like an upgraded version of another one? Or
no, it's a completely different mold.
Okay.
I think they're going to go back and re-hit everything, like the original ones, and do them like a little better. Yeah. But I don't know what's on the horizon for that.
I mean, we're at different levels with that stuff, but
they've been trying to get rid of that line forever. Like for the last 3 years, like, we're never gonna do it, we're never, and then they keep coming out with crazy shit.
I would love to see them dig into the Takatoku character stuff.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, but they're not going to.
And I'll bet we're gonna get a big Voltez 5, like that Combatler. I'll bet you anything we get a Voltez like that.
Will you get that?
I think so.
Yeah.
If I have an opportunity to get it at a fair price.
Yeah. So you like that big 18-inch scale? Is that what it is?
I don't think it's 18.
16, 15.
I think it's like more like 12. It's big though, but I don't. Maybe 14, but yes, I love that scale.
Okay.
Does everything.
Another thing is that doesn't interest you, but I want to mention it. Like the return of that Mego. Have you seen those at Target? Those new Megos? Well, I think they're $12 a piece. They're at the right price point. They do weird characters. They're kind of fun impulse buys. I hope to see them succeed because they're the kind of thing that, like, if they do the right character at $12 a pop when I go to Target and get my groceries,
You could get one.
I could get one.
Why not?
All right, last thing, and we
Thank
could skip.
God.
All right, do you want to skip it? I just
No,
want to
do it.
I wanted to run
Oh,
through.
you mean like all that?
Yeah, but it's just like we could just run through movies. Anything in 2018 you loved?
I don't know.
Like, I mean,
totally
we're-
unprepared.
All right,
I don't know.
All right, I just my movie of the year, Mandy. Mandy was my movie of the year. That's it.
Yeah, man, it was pretty good.
And Solo was up there. I think Solo was underappreciated.
Really?
I think it was
Ooh,
underappreciated.
I could talk a lot about Solo.
You didn't
was
like
not
it?
I was not a fan. I just found it pretty boring. You know?
That is weird because I think that would be the exact opposite of description I would give it. It was boring.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was
all that
completely-
crap in the beginning. It took forever for him to go anywhere. Then they robbed a train, had a camp out, and then I guess it got
That
okay.
sounds pretty exciting.
Dude, it was boring. I thought it. I don't know.
Wow.
It was like I didn't like it.
I think it was.
It
Pleasant.
didn't feel like a Star Wars movie. I mean, I like Chewie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was pretty good, but Woody didn't fit. Like, I don't.
That's too bad, man.
I really didn't like
I
it.
really
I gave
loved
it a
it.
chance.
Wow. Because I would put Mandy, Solo, as like my top two. I mean, and Bumblebee was up there.
Bumblebee would be
was
up
good.
there for me. Solo would be in like my bottom, like
Wow,
three,
I can't
probably.
believe that. How many times have you seen that movie?
4 or 5. I really tried liking it, but I couldn't do it. It was like, it was a little too cute, you know. I wanted to see Han Solo like.
What did you
be
want Han Solo to do?
Sort of like be like badass, like in Empire Strikes. No, actually, like in A New Hope, be the guy you know.
But he
just-
wasn't there yet. Like his character's not there yet.
I don't really care to see that character.
Okay.
Really.
Wow. I think I sense some Last Jedi anger still lingering.
Maybe. I mean, I
Maybe.
don't know. Rogue
really-
One is my favorite.
Yeah.
Star Wars movie.
I really like Solo. I thought it looked great too.
Yeah, I hated it.
That's
I didn't
bad.
hate it. It just did not. I
No.
thought it was complete flat.
Yeah. And I'll rush through because you know we could talk.
Let's
for another
do it.
All right, Cobra Kai was my favorite show of the year. I
Yeah.
love Cobra Kai. Actually,
That's
that
good.
that and a series of unfortunate events. Did you wouldn't have watched that?
Didn't see that, but you know what my favorite show? I don't know if it was this year. Is The Terror? Was that this year?
Yeah, that was this year.
Favorite show.
Oh, I
That
didn't
was my
put that on my
favorite show.
list. I like that too.
Yeah.
I also really liked Narcos Mexico, which if you haven't seen that, it's super ultra violent, but it's super good. And then finally, just like 2019 movie wise, is there anything you're super excited for?
Yeah. Episode 9.
Okay. Wow. So you're
Right.
excited.
I'm curious.
You're curious.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm sort of excited. I think they're going to get it sort of a little more enjoyable
Yeah.
to watch.
Let's hope
you
so.
know?
Well, I mean, JJ's a good filmmaker.
Yeah, and he makes fun films, and he actually gives a shit about like what people want to see, and like.
But I don't appreciate that. I don't want a director
Good,
who...
then go watch Last Jedi all you want. Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I don't want someone to like cater to me. I just want
Yes,
somebody.
you do.
No, I
You
don't.
don't want to admit it, but yeah, you do. Everybody does.
I just want a good movie.
I want a director that knows what people want to see, which is how you get a good movie. I mean, it's not selling out. It's like
No, I
it's
agree.
like
I'm
understanding Star Wars fans. This is what needs to happen in a Star Wars movie for fans to like it and doing it. I mean, there's by the time 8 came out, there were 7 of them. You couldn't figure it out. I mean,
But wouldn't
Yeah.
you say that A Force Awakens to a T was exactly what you're describing? And so many people complained because that's what it was. It was
I
catering.
loved The Force Awakens.
too.
Though.
I did
mean,
too.
yeah, cater to me. That's what I want you to
Mm.
do, especially if I'm going to see Part 7.
Yeah,
Cater to me.
I just
Don't
think it
try
was
to be original.
I just don't think it was a good movie. But I do appreciate like I don't know.
enjoyed the hell out of it. It's like good, bad,
Yeah.
whatever. It was fun.
No, I'm talking about Last Jedi. I didn't enjoy.
Oh
Of course,
God, yeah, that was.
But I don't
bad.
think
yeah.
I don't think it was because he tried to like do something so drastically different from Star Wars. It just wasn't a good movie.
I thought it was a bad movie. The writing was absolute crap.
Yeah.
And it felt like, oh, we're just gonna mess with them and try and give them what they don't expect, or try to throw you for a loop.
Which I like it if you can do
if
it
you
well.
do it creatively,
It just wasn't
do it
done
well,
well.
and it serves the story. But yeah, that movie.
Yeah, no, it didn't get
Blood's
me.
boiling talking about.
Yeah,
that
I'm sorry.
movie.
I'll move on.
That's all good.
I'll move on. I'm looking forward to I'm trying to think of like things that like for some reason I'm really looking forward to Alita Battle Angel. I have no idea why.
Looks interesting.
I think it looks cool.
I'm excited for a big old sci-fi
Yeah.
movie like that.
I'm excited to see what they do with Star Trek Discovery. Super excited for that. Avengers. I mean, the thing is it's kind of hard to get excited because like I guess
I'm pretty excited for that.
I
I
am
forgot
too, but,
about
like-
that. That was good.
But like you know what's gonna happen, or you know, do we know what's
I don't
gonna
think
happen?
so. I have no idea.
The Joker might be interesting. We'll see.
I'm sure it'll be. I'm not excited for it at all, but I think once I see it, I'll probably be into it.
Right. Like it's not on your list of like I can't wait.
Exactly, but I think. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix. What else do you need?
Yeah, no, he's really good. Yeah. I mean, there's a few other movies, but there's nothing that like you know, it's like the typical stuff. Like, yeah, I'm excited to see Godzilla. I'm excited to see actually the Shazam movie looks fun.
That
Like,
looks fun
yeah,
too.
it looks fun. So overall, 2018 was a pretty good year.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for toys and comics and all that. And we don't talk about comics too much. 2019 better toy, better or worse? I mean, it's hard.
I hope it's the same. I mean, this wasn't a bad toy year.
No,
by
not
any
at
means.
all. Not at all. I think
It was slow for me, but
Yeah, it was slow for you. I think the biggest improvement is that Hasbro upped their game, and Hasbro being a major manufacturer of action figures in the U.S., it was really key. And so,
let's hope they keep it.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah.
With that said, everyone have a happy New Year, and until next time,
Nerd out.
I know that was really
Yeah, that was getting.
I know.
Happy Nerd Year.